Another place in our bubble, Ilias Noche. Been
Ilias
there
Noche?
yet?
No, I don't even
They
know.
actually have
Where
a
is that?
couple locations. This one is at the corner of Providence and Ardrey Cal.
Okay. I know where Audrey Kell is.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's in the, there's a little shopping center there. It's kind of Mediterranean mixed with Italian, sorta.
Okay.
But they have this, and I may pronounce it wrong, so excuse me,
It's
a
okay. It's a conversation.
fungi pizza.
A fun guy pizza. Oh, okay.
So it's like a
Okay.
mushroom pizza. It's like a
Right,
flatbread.
right. Okay.
Hmm.
And it,
Fantastic.
now, what all does it have on it?
It's got the mushrooms,
Right.
various cheeses, arugula, so it's real kind of peppery yet mixed with that,
Right,
with
right,
the
right.
mushrooms and the flatbread. It's real thin, crispy. It's to die for.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. And you said it's a flatbread. Now, I was thinking about a few things that I haven't always known what it was, like an artichoke
Hmm.
and arugula. So could you explain kind of what that? So if people watching had never heard of it, they would know what to
Oh, so you want to know what like arugula is?
arugula and artichoke.
Oh, okay, so an artichoke, it's a really difficult to cook yourself. That's why I get them where I get them.
Right.
They come in like this ball, this
I've never cooked
floury,
them, so this
and
is
you have to like take the edges off, the leaves, the outer leaves, and then you kind of, I'm sure they blanch it for a while because it's very fibrous. So
right.
then they cut it in half and then they put it on the grill. And then
Okay.
what's left over, the inside leaves, you kind of tear off. You can, stick it in the aioli, and then you kind of like put it in your teeth, and you take the good stuff off, and then the leaves you have to discard. You can't
Right,
eat
right,
them.
right.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
I don't even know. I can't even describe the flavor. I mean, it's a vegetable. It's something you have to try.
Right, right. Oh, it's definitely different.
Arugula is just kind of a leafy green. It's
Right,
real
right.
peppery, so it's got sort of a bite, not bitter. It's just got a peppery bite to it.
Okay.
So it's put on the pizza right after the pizza's done. So it's not really cooked into the pizza. So
Oh,
you kind of
wow.
get, it's not really crunchy. You just kind of get that peppery feel with the cheese and the
Right.
mushrooms and
Sounds
everything
delicious.
together. It's one of those things like if you don't eat the whole thing, which I usually do. I mean,
Right.
I eat a lot, even though I don't look like I eat a lot.
Yeah, where do you put it?
I do.
Where do you put it?
But I exercise. I run every day.
Oh,
So
that okay,
yeah,
okay. How far do you run?
depends. A couple
Depends on the
miles a
day.
day.
Okay,
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where you. Okay, so you gotta
Right.
eat a
And
lot
I'm
when you're working out.
45. So I
Wow.
need to exercise if I'm going to eat as much as I
Right.
do consume in a day.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah. So running every day. Yeah. I hope to be at your space when I'm 45. I hope to.
One other thing at Ilios, their octopus.
Uh huh.
Unbelievable. So you get this little plate of octopus
Okay.
that they kind of slice.
Right.
It kind of has a smoky, grilly taste to it. And it's served with pickled red onions.
Wow.
The best ever.
Pickled red onions.
Hmm.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So you kind of
Yeah.
mix the two and you eat the octopus with that. I can't remember, but there's no sauce. You don't need a sauce. I
Right.
mean, it's
Right.
just like a lemony kind of thing, that vinegar going on with the
Right.
pickling of the red onions.
Nice.
So those two things definitely,
Okay.
they have a fantastic menu, but those are my favorites.
Okay. All
And it's
right.
a great atmosphere. Oh, one other thing there, a drink. I always
Okay.
like a good cocktail.
Okay.
They have something called the Detox 2.
The detox too.
Kind of comes in a martini glass, has a little bit of grapefruit bitters, your choice of vodka,
Right.
um, and then they put in cracked black pepper
Wow.
and a huge basil leaf.
Really. Wow.
So good.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds.
you can drink many of them.
Yeah. It tastes so good. You
Oh,
can
so
drink
good.
many of
Uh-huh.
them.
You don't want to drive afterwards,
Right,
but you
right. Oh yeah,
definitely
definitely.
want to Uber home after you've had Lake Erie.
I love it. I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. I'm sure people are learning a lot. This is
I
awesome.
hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, still in my bubble. Jade.
Jade.
Jade is an Asian kind of fusion restaurant in Ballantyne Village.
Okay, I've heard of Jade.
It's like upstairs.
Right
It's
next to Divine Wine.
right next to Devon.
I know exactly where. Okay, I haven't
Yes.
been in there, but I met a guy who
Yes.
worked there, and he was a Clemson fan.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, we
I
won't
don't
hold
know.
that against him. I'm teasing. I really don't know
I
anything about college
was
football.
like, oh, no, I love Clemson.
I know NFL. I just don't know
Okay.
college. I'm
Well,
just messing with you.
so what I want to do, take the time to do real quick. I do this in my shows if
Oh,
it comes
okay.
up.
Yes.
And it just came up
Are
that
you going to do a cheer?
you know what, I will.
I
I
think
will
you should.
if I do the cheer.
Uh-huh.
Will you from now on? Anytime college football comes up, just because you don't have a team,
Okay.
will you say, if they say, "Oh, what's your college team?" and will you say Clemson if I sing the cheer?
I will. If you do the cheer, I will do it.
Oh my gosh! All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. CLEMSONTIGERS. Fight Tigers! Fight Tigers! Fight! 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 Wow!
Go Tigers!
Yeah! Oh, we got another Tiger fan. We need another ticket to a game for
Exactly.
this fall. Because what I always do is I'm from there, and I have a lot of friends there. I mean, I grew up there, so whenever I convert a Clemson fan, I always
I'm
ask
not converted yet. Maybe by the end of the show I shall be. But
well, I mean, you're gonna say
You have to work on me.
go Clemson
Yeah.
whenever
Oh,
you
okay.
whenever college comes up because you don't have a team, right?
Oh, right.
Because
I
we were
really
taking
don't.
applications. Okay.
Okay.
You're approved. But I always offer them to get a ticket. Have you ever been to a Clemson game?
No. Like I said, I'm really
They're
not.
larger than like NFL games.
Wow.
Because
I hear that. I do hear it's the alumni. You know what? I actually was at, not a Clemson game,
right.
but I was at a Michigan University game. I was at the one where Appalachian State beat Michigan.
Oh my gosh.
I
Are you
was
serious?
there. I swear to God, I was there. It
Oh
was the hottest
my
day in Michigan
gosh.
ever.
Listen to me.
Yes.
You don't know a lot about college football,
Well, I
but
knew
that
that
game
was an upset, like,
changed.
yes.
It was more than an upset.
Yeah.
It changed the face of college football.
Mm-hmm.
Because prior to that, when I was watching football, I remember if you were a number 28 team, ranked 42, you never expected to beat a number 1 team.
Exactly.
And if you were a Division I single A team and you had somebody like Appalachian State who's Division I double A, they didn't lose to them. I mean, you had to be at
Right.
the bottom of the barrel.
Exactly.
Michigan was ranked number 5, and I think they had Mike Hart was the running back. I can't remember the quarterback, but I mean, Braylon Edwards I think was their wide. I mean, they had an all-star team.
I know.
Ranked number 5.
I was there.
This double A school. But after that game, it changed the mindset. Number 1 and 2 no longer meant anything. It changes like 10 times a year now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's all because of that game.
I agree. It was fantastic. I mean,
Wow. Who are
yeah.
you going for?
Michigan.
Are you from?
No,
Oh, well, because you're
yeah,
up north. And,
yeah,
okay.
right.
Wow. You were at that
I
game.
was
That is
there.
so. And see, now I can't impress you I can't impress you with the Clemson game by how many people is going to be there. It's more than a Panthers game, but Michigan
Right.
is the
I know.
largest stadium.
I know. Yeah.
It might be in the world because I know that Tennessee in Knoxville, they have the 7th largest seating arena in the world, and it's 107,000 people, and it's ranked number 6 or 7. Michigan's number 1, and I don't know how many people it can hold, but I think it's number 1. It's either that or Ohio State. One
I
of them
agree.
is number
And
1.
I think they even made it bigger lately because I think they put some skyboxes around. I haven't been since
Wow.
that game. But
It's like 110,000 people.
lot.
Yeah,
A
I bet
lot.
you. How was it? How was the game?
It was hot.
But and you were going from Michigan, and you got there. I mean, you said it was hot. Now, what was the crowd like when they lost that game? The Michigan crowd, were they just crying?
Oh, it was awful. Yeah, it was awful. It was so hot that day. I cannot stress that enough. It was so hot.
Really?
And I'm not used to stadium seating. I'm not used to like sitting on benches. You know?
Okay.
I had
I mean,
Steeler season tickets in the club, you know? I mean, I'm used
Oh
to my
wow!
own seat.
Oh right.
And,
Okay.
so it was hot, but they were really sad. It was a sad day.
Yeah. So
I think they were in shock for the most part. You could just see people's faces.
I think the whole world was.
Right.
When I heard that they lost, I was shocked.
Now, remind you, since I'm not a big, huge college football fan, I really didn't understand what was happening. But
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I was telling. Like that was huge for you to say you were at that game.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, you're not even a college football fan, and you're at one of
Uh-huh.
the most meaningful games ever in college football.
Yeah, it was
You know,
cool.
I mean, and wow, I'm telling you, that game. You know how like they said before Roger, I think it was Roger Bannister, whoever, before he ran the mile in under 4 minutes, no human being had ever done it, and they thought it couldn't be achieved.
Yeah.
But that when he did it, like within 2 years, like 20 people broke the record. So it's all about that mindset.
Sure.
And Appalachian State gave everybody in Division One Single A mindset
Right, that
this
they can do it.
Yeah,
Sure.
and it changed. Wow. So anyway, I'm sorry, but that was
That's
just
okay.
it's crazy that you were at that game and
Yeah.
it's so meaningful. Okay.
Okay, back to Jade.
Yes.
We were on Jade.
We were on Jade. This is gonna be a long one, I
like
believe.
One thing there. Again, their food overall is good, but
Okay.
their cherry blossom roll,
Okay.
sushi roll, cherry blossom.
Wow.
They call it cherry blossom because it's actually made with pink soybean paper rather than, the normal nori.
Right.
The,
Right.
the seaweed.
Right,
It is
right.
actually made out of
And nori?
soybean paper.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And what's all in it?
I think,
Or can you tell?
I'm not sure. I can't
Right, right.
remember. I think there's some crab and some other things in there, but
The cherry blossom.
it's all about the soybean paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. And I bet you didn't know I worked at a sushi restaurant.
I do know that because I looked you up,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
going to talk about cowfish.
Ah, okay, okay.
And I'll go there now because not yet, because I'm not out on my bubble
We're not
yet.
out of the bubble. I like the bubble. I love that
Bubble
word.
I love the bubble.
You know, when I go out, when I dance on the dance floor,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows if I'm on the dance floor, I'll tell anybody that gets near me, I got one rule. Give me a 1 foot bubble.
Yeah.
At all times, so I don't restrict none of my
Right.
dance moves. You know?
Exactly.
So
I
I like the one,
gotcha.
and I found out last night it's called the European style dancing.
Oh,
Yeah, because they don't touch when they
I
dance.
like bubbles. Like today to come here, I'm out of my bubble.
Oh,
I still feel comfortable, but
Right,
I'm
right.
out of my bubble.
right. Okay, I understand that. So okay, now we just talked about the cherry blossom at Jade.
Right. Below that,
Okay,
first level, Terrace Cafe.
okay. I think I know exactly where it is. I don't know if I've been in there though.
I think they have a few locations too.
Okay.
But this location is the only one I've ever been. The best fried green tomatoes.
Really? You know, I don't
you-
think I've ever had fried green tomatoes.
You know what? Being a Pittsburgher, I never did either until I moved down here. But I wanted to try them.
Right.
I'm not even a big tomato fan,
right.
you know?
Right.
But fabulous. They
Wow.
serve them with a pimento cheese dip, which I'm not big on pimento cheese dip. So I get a
Okay.
little ranch on the side. But
Right,
for
right.
those of you that are pimento cheese fans, I'm sure you'll like it.
Right.
Best fried green tomatoes. And a really good brunch.
Okay.
Sunday brunch. They're usually packed. And dinners, well, I don't want to say anything negative. I mean,
Right,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's mostly about the brunch and the fried green tomatoes.
Okay. So you like the fried green tomatoes? I'm gonna have to try. You're giving me a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and you're in the bubble, so you're
Yeah,
so
I'm in the
close, you
bubble.
can get
Yeah,
it.
I can go. I can go.
Mexican.
Okay.
So I just found this restaurant. I'm on a couple Facebook groups that are local to Ballantyne, Blakeney, and everybody's always asking, where's the best Mexican restaurant or the best Chinese or this or that?
Right.
So one day somebody did pose that question, and there was a list. So I tried to go through and stop at a couple of the places on the list, but I think I found the place I like the best.
Oh,
And
really?
it's called Zapatas.
Zapatas.
And I actually think it means lady shoes.
Lady shoes. It made me look at your shoes as soon as you said it.
Because
Great
zapato
shoes.
is men's shoes, and with the A, it makes it feminine, so I believe it means lady shoes.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Fantastic. Fantastic food. Best tortilla soup I think I've had in Charlotte.
Wow. It's that good.
It's that good. You want to be careful about getting a whole bowl because it's huge.
Okay. It's a lot. You don't want.
Oh, yeah, it's like 3 bowls combined into one. Yes.
Wow.
But I had their, was it like a pork belly taco or something the other day? Phenomenal.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
And wait a minute. Where is this located again?
It's in the bubble. It's in Ballantyne. Can't remember. I think it's like called Ballantyne Commons. It's like right across from the entrance to the country club. There's a whole bunch of restaurants in there. There's a Harris Teeter.
Oh, and there's a Fox and Hound.
Yes, it's in that area.
Oh, okay. So it's in that
kind of
shopping
directly
center.
across from the Fox and Hound on
Okay.
the other side.
And directly across from the Ballantyne Resort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that shopping center. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Wow. So I'm gonna have to Zapatas.
Zapatas.
Okay, zapatas.
Yeah.
Okay.